Do you all know how hard it is for a black woman to keep her true femininity or bask in her femininity at all times when she lives in a world where we've had to be the backbone and had to take leadership? You know, it's one of these things where you just turn on social media and that's all you hear black men and women talking about is who leads, how to stand your femininity. And it's a sad thing, you know, being a black woman and being a very strong black woman. And I tell people all the time, I don't really take pride in that, but I do. It's something that is involuntarily done by a lot of us and by myself. But we live in a world where, we're just not protected. And that's just the honest truth to everything. We live in a world where, we're being attacked and black men rather pull out their cell phone and video record and upload it to World Star than, try to help. And I tell you guys a lot of times that trauma lies in the DNA as well. And a lot of people don't quite understand how that works spiritually as well. As I tell you all before, trauma is encoded in the DNA of a lot of us. And, our great grandmothers went through a lot. They had to sit there and watch their husbands get beat down, sometimes even raped by other men in front of her. She's had to give birth to her children and her children be taken from her while her breasts are still leaking. And we had to take care of other women's children. And that still goes on today. You see a lot more black nannies than anything. We live in a world where we're told to be strong even when we're dealing with postpartum, mental health, abuse, and we're told to just, be strong, or that we have an attitude when we're not smiling all the time. One of the pet peeves that I have is that I could be totally minding my business. I can be the happiest thing and I walk past a brother and he's like, damn, smile. I shouldn't have to worry about making you uncomfortable in this world, just because you have preconceived things about us black women. And honestly, we're just tired. We're just worn out from playing so many roles and wearing so many hats, and I still hear a lot of these brothers on here blame us for everything. It's like, oh, you need to choose better men. But there aren't that many men to choose from who are stable. So a lot of us are actually reevaluating and having to settle, especially settle for a guy who doesn't, have enough money to actually take care of us totally, financially. If he's able to do certain things and pay half of the bills and keep his up end of the, living, we're happy with that. But, at the same time, we'll stay with somebody and build them up and we get let down for that as well. You understand? But if you're a gold digger, you get talked about on the same thing. So it's like we can't win for fucking losing out here. You understand? And a lot of times it's not about choosing better. A lot of these men will actually pretend very well, even though you can discern certain things, but they'll pretend and they'll do everything. And once they come up or once they see, another female, they'll leave you high and dry once they get to a certain level that you've built them up at. Let's talk about who was the lead. We can all agree that, black women used to have a role that we played, and we stayed home, we cooked, we cleaned, we took care of our families. And a lot of times we're still doing that today, and a lot of you men are going to get mad when I say this, but black women were home basking in their femininity. We were home with our children. We were home being sister wives when those seamen came to shore and fooled you all. When those seamen came to shore and, just robbed you of everything and kidnapped and raped us and did those types of things to us. We were home doing those things. So you guys dropped the ball. And if you want to become the lead again, you have to stop the blame game. You have to heal. You have to become accountable. You have to be emotionally vulnerable and honest with yourself, or you're just going to get a system of sisters that, one, some of them act like they don't give a damn. They're going to try to do you like you do them. Two, you're going to have sisters like me who aren't in a rush and aren't going to chase you, but actually just be comfortable with, being to themselves until the right one comes along. But, All this blame shit, it's gotta stop, man. It's weak. It's cowardice.